All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Kindly type, kindly type where you are listening from, your name and where you are listening from. Kindly type in. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, type one in the chat box. Let me know where you are listening from. All right. Good morning. Good morning, wherever you are listening from. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Let me present my chat. If you can hear me, kindly type one in the chat box if you can hear me. If you can hear me, type one in the chat box. If you can hear me, kindly type one in the chat box. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, so today is full of opportunities in the market. But before we jump onto the charts, let me know where you are listening from. And if you can hear me too, kindly type in one in the chat box. Let me know. If you can hear me, type one in the chat box. If you can hear me, kindly give a like to the stream. Type one in the chat box. Let me know. Type one in the chat box if you can hear me. Type one in the chat box if you can hear me. Kindly type in one in the chat box if you can hear me. Let me know if you people can hear me before I proceed. So there was a lot of opportunities this week. I've really missed from Monday to today. I've not taken any trade. A lot of missed trades. Sometimes it happens at the wrong timing, but we are still on it. So kindly type in one. I'll be giving out the trade that because we are having today lending session in New York session and also Friday lending session. Friday New York session I mostly don't trade, so those are the times that we are having for now. I having like 3 sessions that we need to make some cash from the market. Other than that, then this week will be zero trades. So kindly type in one in the chat box. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, and give a like to the stream. I'm going to give. So if you are not part of my Telegram community, you are missing out a lot because I've been giving trade ideas that they've all been playing out. The trade ideas that have been given, they have all been playing out from this week. All the trade ideas have been playing out. Kindly type in one in the chat box if you can hear me. Kindly type 1 in the chat box if you can hear me, and give a like to the stream too as well. Kindly give a like to the stream. Type 1 in the chat box if you can hear me. Or if people don't, you can't hear. Alright. Kindly type 1 in the chat box before we proceed. Okay. So we're having Snow Graphics. I'm Snow from Ghana. You are welcome, Snow. Okay. Alright, so let's move on to the chat since no one is ready. Let's move on to the chat. So today is 24th of April, which is Thursday. So we're having this morning lending session, New York session to make some money, and on Friday the Friday lending session too. So we're having like active 3 sections for some money to be made. But so far this week I've been missing a lot of opportunity. I've been not like they've been moving before me. Monday there was a nice trade setup on GBP JPY which moved before me. It moved during the lending session. It was something that I talked about waiting for an entry, but it moved before me. Where is it? GBP JPY. Yeah, this move was something that I waited for it for a very long time. So it happened during the lending session. This move was something that I waited for it. Was it on Tuesday? Yeah, it happened during the Asian session on Tuesday. So I was expecting to take this move and targeting this level, but price moved before me. So you see, it got to the target exactly and price bounced back. So this was something that I was willing to take, but it happened at the wrong time, in the time that I'm mostly not active on the charts. That is when it happened. And on Tuesday too, that was it on? Yeah, on Tuesday that was on Euro NZD. Euro NZD 2 was something that I analyzed perfectly, but I wasn't convinced with the daily time frame structure. Mostly what I do is but it was a nice trade that I should have taken, because the daily even created this resistance over here. Which is, and the previous daily candle to broke this candle. Okay, so it was something that was even giving me signal that price is going to continue to the next zone. So if you move to the H4 time frame, was looking clean, price even broke, created this resistance over here. So it was something I should have taken, but I was hesitating because of the daily time frame structure, so I didn't take. But it moved like it got to 1 to 4. It just made a deep retracement, and price later got to the target. So you can see it over here that price got to the target exactly, and what happened? It started bouncing back. You get it? So on this too was on Tuesday. Okay, and on Wednesday, that was yesterday. On Wednesday yesterday too, this was a move that I was predicting, like I was waiting for an entry. I was waiting for a resistance to be created either over here, but this one too also happened at the wrong time, around 3 p.m, which was also at the wrong timing. This also happened at the wrong time, and I couldn't take advantage of this one, so it also moved. So you see, I've been getting the direction of the market, but getting the entry has become difficult for me. So this weekend I have to just go back again and just check what I'm doing wrong, because I've been predicting the direction of the market like perfectly, but I'm not getting the opportunity to enter the trade. So this one, for instance, supposing maybe I got the entry over here, I got the entry over here, I would have been in the trade to this side more than 1 to 3. It would have been more than 1 to 3 by now. You get it? It would have been, so like, let's say 1 to 2. You get it? But I didn't get the opportunity to enter this trade. And I even gave out this analysis in my Telegram. All the trades that I'm talking about, only GBP that was on Monday, the only GBP that I discussed with my mentorship, those in my mentorship group, I talked about it in my mentorship. By the rest of them, Euro NZD, I even did a video breakdown. I did a video breakdown in my Telegram channel. So if you are not part of the Telegram channel, you are missing out a lot. What you have to do is click on the link, go to this, in this video, go to the description. There's a Telegram link over there. Click on the Telegram link and join the community, because there are a lot of information that I've been dropping in the Telegram channel. And if you follow me religiously for maybe 3 to 4 months, 6 months, you get to understand my thought process. It's very simple and easy to do. Okay, so all the analysis, GBP JPY on Monday, it went in my favor. Euro NZD went in my favor. AUD card also, you see. So in my Telegram channel, I even talked about this zone. Either price will tap this zone or tap this zone. But one thing you need to understand too is what we haven't set up an entry. So this was a setup, but when I'm saying I'm waiting for price to tap to this level, I don't aggressively or impulsively, the moment price tap to this one, then I enter. I wait for an entry. I have my way of confirming price is ready to maybe move in my direction. So if price tap this level, I don't set my pending orders or maybe sell limits. Then when the moment price will tap this one, then I would have even lost the first tap. Okay, and even to the extent of the second tap, I would have even be stopped out if I did it that way. But I have a way, okay, I have a way by waiting for price to create a resistance, then I'll take an entry. That's what mostly I do it. I don't just impulsively enter a trade. I wait for what? I wait for confirmations. All right, I wait for confirmations. Yeah, so we've been missing like 3 opportunities so far this week. I've not taken any trade. So let's see. Today I'm seeing some opportunities that I would love. I was thinking maybe I'll be taking. I have to get trade today. Okay, I've been seeing some nice setups that I'm waiting for some candle confirmations, and I'll be taking them. Okay, I'll be taking them. So before that, let's move to the fundamentals and let me do a chart breakdown for you people to let's see what's happening in the world, because fundamentals too are very important. Let's see if Trump has said something. Okay, so let's refresh our data and see. So if you join the stream, kindly give a like to the stream. Kindly like the stream. Give a like to the stream. Okay, so let's see. So during 5 hours ago, Trump seeks fair deal with China, but pathway unclear. So Trump, 43 minutes ago, Trump goes after Federal Reserve power aid. Okay, so that's why the dollar is becoming weak, because of this one. Trump is on the. Okay, so that's why the dollar is becoming weak again, because of this statement. So Trump goes after the Federal Reserve Powell again. President Trump said Wednesday that Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has kept interest rates too high and that he might call the central bank chief. I haven't called him. I might call him, Trump said in an Oval Office executive action signing ceremony Wednesday evening. I believe he's making mistakes by not lowering interest rates, and I think as well as we are doing, we could do much better. Trump has publicly attacked Powell over the past several days, calling the Fed chair a major loser whose termination cannot come soon enough. Trump nominated Powell to his role in 2017. Okay, so if that is the case, then that is why the dollar is becoming weak. I think that's the reason the dollar is becoming weak, because of this statement. Okay, because I was expecting the dollar to be very like to be bullish because of Trump with the China trade war. Trump was saying he wants to negotiate with them, like he wants to come to an agreement with them on how they will go by things. By he's now fighting with the this thing too. The Fed, as in the central bank too, he's fighting with the chair of the Fed. So I think that's why the dollar it becomes, you see, when the president is fighting with the chair of the Fed, it makes the economy like unstable. People, investors are not stable, as in they lose confidence in the economy because of what is happening. Okay, because you have to understand that the central bank or the Fed is in charge of what the monetary policy of the country or of the economy. So in case maybe the president is fighting with you, it's also what it's investors are kind of uh like they are kind of scared of just trusting the dollar or trusting the US economy. So that's why the dollar is becoming weak. So if you see US CHF, so let's check the Nasdaq and see what is happening. If the Nasdaq is also falling because of this, so you see the Nasdaq too is falling, then gold will be rising. Okay, so because gold is a safe haven, so in case of any uncertainties, then gold should continue moving up. So maybe gold will be moving up if this news continue. If you don't hear any positive news during the New York session, then gold will continue rising up because of this statement. Or maybe if you don't hear anything about the trade war to China, US, what do you call it? If you don't hear anything about it too, then maybe the dollar is going to continue moving up too as well. So that's it. Okay, so that's it for the fundamental. So this is the reason the dollar keeps on becoming weak because of this news. Trump goes after the Federal Reserve Powell again. Okay, so that's the reason why the dollar keeps on becoming weak. So let's see what's going to happen. So let's do a chart breakdown. Let's do some chart breakdown and see what I'm going to be expecting. So first of all, so you see all the currency pairs that I'm having a high impact, like as in I'm having a high interest in, are on top of my watch list. The ones that I'm having a high interest in are on top of my watch list. They are on top of my watch list. So first of all, let's analyze gold and see. I think gold is given an opportunity. Yeah, gold is given an opportunity this morning. So let's break down gold and see. So with gold, the monthly time frame, gold is given an opportunity, but because of the news too is making me confused on what is going to happen. Gold is given an opportunity for a sell. So with the monthly time frame, it keeps on rising up. Let's move to the weekly time frame on gold. The weekly time frame also keeps on. So this is the rejectional level. I'm very fast because of the opportunity. Okay, I think we were late to the stream. So this is the monthly rejectional levels on the daily time frame too. So there was this support over here. Yeah, I'm seeing opportunity on gold for a sell. So you see, yeah, so there was an opportunity on gold. There was a sell opportunity on gold. There was a sell opportunity on gold this morning. So let's see how we can take advantage of this sell. But one thing to the fundamentals is, so that's why you don't have to be focusing too much on the fundamentals because it makes you confused. So you see, there was a sell opportunity on gold. There was a sell opportunity on gold this morning. Price has created this resistance over here. There was this resistance created over here. Yeah. But the stop loss, unless maybe we use the previous this thing. So good. Yeah. So the entry, you were late to the stream. So the entry would have been taken over here when it broke. So the stop loss is like, wow, 150 pips. So there was a sell opportunity on gold. Wow, I didn't even check it early. Let me see. So 150 pips. Wow, the pip range is very high. The pip range is very, very high. I didn't check it early. I would have executed it over here. Wow, this would have been the entry. This should have been the entry on gold. So the stop loss will be here. So there was no news. So unemployment claims is about to happen. Yeah, so so I believe gold is going to sell to this side. Oh, price is high. I didn't even check it early. I didn't check it yet. Sure. Good. See. So I strongly believe it is going to push down. So if you can join me, we sell together. I didn't see it early. Didn't see it early. So this would have been the entry point. So the stop loss will be here. If it breaks the previous H4 low, if it breaks its own high, rather. But the fundamentals too is confusing me. The fundamentals is confusing me. Okay, so let's look at this one too as well. So USD to USD. This is also something that I'm considering. This is something I'm considering. So let's see how gold is going to do. Because when you look at the 50-minute time frame, for instance, you're having this clean zone over here. So I'm expecting this zone to even fill. So when price gets to this side, when price is able to get to this side, maybe I might break even. But I'm very careful with my risks too as well. So I'm in profits now. Should I break even? Because I know gold. So I entered over here. When it comes to gold at the lending session, I'm very confident in execution. It becomes rough during the. So I'm in profits now. How many pips? So I have to think of breaking even. 43 pips. Yeah. So I got in over here. So this small move is 40 something pips. Gold can make you or it can make you or make you. So I'm in profit. So you see where I entered. See price. I'm in profit now. I'm thinking of breaking even. I might go in break even because I know gold. So yeah, so I'm breaking even. If it comes back, I don't lose anything because I know this pair. It can break or unbreak you. So I broke even. So I broke even on gold. because it moves like what is something pips. Wow. The fundamentals, the fundamentals is not making me confidence about what Trump said about the Fed. So maybe it might make the dollar to be weak. But I'll broke even. So if it comes back and gets my break even, that's fine. So I'm in profits now. So I entered over here. So I brought my stop loss to entry level. So you see, this is skill. I came to the chat, said I'm seeing opportunity on gold, and I entered. This is skill. Okay. This is skill. So we are hoping we are going to get big move. If it happens, so then if it happens, so but I'm not sure this thing. The way it's moving up and down, I'm not confident in gold itself. When I enter, I'm not confident because of its movement. So let's see how it's going to play out. Let's see how it's going to play out. Let's hope. So it has moved like 40 something pips. Wow. Unfortunate that thing didn't come to my stop loss. So 45 pips on gold. Wow. So you see, I did it before you guys. I did everything before you guys. Did everything before you guys. And you know the reason I don't share with gold, I'm not going to share anything with my private. If you're in my signal group, forget about it. Because most of the people in my groups are having small accounts. And the moment you share it, they are going to blow the account. In case I don't want a situation, I'm going to share only currencies. If I see opportunity on currency, that's when I will share. But on gold, I'm not going to play with it. I'm not going to play because people will lose their accounts. And but when currencies move slow, so so let me take profits. Gold is not something you have to swing it for very long. So when it comes, if you are buying and you are swinging it, that's fine. So I've taken some profits. If you are buying and you are swinging, it's fine. But selling it, because most of the times it's kind of so I took everything live before you. Took it live before you people. Let's see how it goes. So my next trade will be USD CHF. Wow, see how it's falling. So the dollar is becoming weak because I'm very sure because of what Trump said. So taking the sell, I wasn't convinced about it because of the news I saw. Because of the news I saw, so I wasn't convinced about the sell. Yeah, so we took a sell on gold. So if you just joined the stream, we just took a sell on gold. So the confirmation was taken from the H4. You see, if you followed me for a very long time, you notice that this is my favorite trade setup. So I took a sell over here when I saw it. You get it? I took a clean sell. We took a clean sell, so the entry was taken from the lower time frame. So H1 was also looking good. H1 was also looking good. So M30 was also looking good, but I didn't come to the stream early, so I think I missed the first move over here. Okay, so we took it when it pulled back to this side, and I took a sell. When it pulled back, I took a sell. Okay, so if you just joined the stream, we just took a sell on gold. So I've taken some profits and I've broke even because of the news I saw. So this news, okay, because of this one, so price just, yeah, so price came to my break even. Price came to break even. So because of this news that I saw, Trump goes after the Federal Reserve. So this news is not convincing me enough. Okay, the news wasn't convincing me enough. Okay, so let's move to the. So you took a sell. I took a straight a sell before you. You people saw it, and now price has come to my break-even point. Price has come to my break-even point, so I have to delete this one. So you see, all these things are some things you need to learn. Okay, if you are trading, you need to learn about all these things, especially when it comes to the instruments you are trading. Gold is something that you can't trust. So price moved like 40 pips. Was it 20 pips or so? We entered it over here. 67 pips, and the spread was very high. So price moved like 60 something pips. So you don't have to expose yourself like that. You just have to break even. Okay, if you get something, you break even. So price moved like 40 something. I got 40 something pips. Okay, everything was taken live before you people. I took everything live before you people. So if you just joined the stream, we took a sell on gold. So the confirmation was, I got a confirmation from the H4 time frame, and if not the news, this would have run for like to fill this gap. You're having this gap over here, but with gold, I'm very cautious when it comes to trading gold. I'm very this gap needs to fill. This gap over here will definitely fill. Okay, so I have a strong build, but it's not like it will definitely fill, but it might get fill. Okay, it might get fill. It might move up and later come back and fill the gap. So when it comes to the volatile pairs, you need to be very careful. You don't have to expose yourself too much to the market like that. You need to be very extra careful about it. But I have strong belief that this gap will definitely fill. But the behavior of gold, I'm not going to expose myself too much on that. Okay, because if you look at the 15-minute time frame, for instance, with a 15-minute time frame, you can see this high. The high has been broken. Okay, you can see the high has been broken over here. So the chances that this one can just make a deep retracement is very high. Okay, this, you see, you are seeing multiple exhaustion candles. So this candle just left a long what, select exhaustion candle, select exhaustion candle. So it tells you that buyers are controlling control. Buyers are fully in control of the market. Okay, buyers are coming in gradually. Buyers are coming in. If you watch the previous I was thinking this candle made a wick fail. It was trying to fail this week. It's also left a wick over here. So you see the reason why I didn't expose myself too much to the trade, because of this exhaustion candle. It tells you that what, sellers are losing control in the market. So buyers are coming over. So I just closed, took some profit and closed the trade. Okay, so let's move to the currencies on the ones that I'm looking forward to be taking. Yeah, so the pairs that are giving opportunities that I would love taking them. Let's see. So first of all, let's move to USD CHF is one pair I'm looking forward to be taking. So we took a nice sell. Those who just joined, we took a sell on the stream. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly do well, subscribe to the channel as well. Good morning, Clench. Yeah. Okay, so let's move to currency. So we are done with gold. You took some profit over there on gold. So let's move to currencies. On currencies, yeah, so USD CHF is something. So today currencies are giving, like, I'm seeing some chance opportunities on currencies. Maybe if it doesn't happen during the lending session, during the pre New York session, you might be seeing opportunities on, like, you might be seeing some moves on them, especially on USD CHF. USD CHF is one currency pair that I'm looking forward to. It's on top of my watch list. So on the monthly time frame, so let's plot out our various levels. On the monthly time frame, we're having this rejectional level over here. So you have to first of all have the fundamentals at the back of your head. So what's fundamentals? What news are we having today? You see, some of the news are just comes in like as in unpredicted. Okay, some of the news are, like, example like this: Trump goes after the Federal Reserve. This one like this, it is news that is not maybe predetermined. It just came in. You get it? So you have to be cautious as you are trading too. You need to be watching the news as well to know if you are trading the dollar, for instance, you need to know the current state of the economy of the United States. Okay, you need to keep on watching the news as well. So this morning, as we were 30 minutes ago, Trump goes after the Fed. So this one is making the dollar unstable. So when I was even entering gold, I was kind of skeptical. Like, I was kind of not convinced about the sell I'm taking. Okay, because if you take a sell on gold, that means what you are saying is what, the dollar is strong. You get me? The dollar is strong. And looking at the news that is coming in, it tells me the dollar is going to be weak. Okay, Trump goes after the Fed. The chair of the Fed. It tells you what, the dollar, it's making the economy, like, as in, people are kind of not having trust in the economy. So it makes the dollar very weak. Okay, so I was kind of not certain about it. So if you listened to me earlier, you will notice that I was talking about the dollar being weak, the dollar being weak. Okay, so if you are trading USD CHF, then if this news is coming in during the hot lending session, then USD CHF should continue moving down because of what the information we are hearing now. Okay, because of the information. So trading, I bet you, don't be moved by what is happening. Trading is very difficult. You need to, it's kind of like you need to be very skillful before you be able to trade profitably. You need to be very skillful. So you need to always continue studying, learning your fundamentals, learn how to interpret fundamentals, learn how to interpret your price action should also be on point before you can make significant amounts of money from the market. You get it? So this news helped me to break even. When I went into profits on gold, I broke even because of this news. You get it? Because of this news. So it's very important. You see fundamentals. So suppose maybe I was very ignorant, I was not watching the fundamentals, I was kind of maybe exposing my position, I would have been in drawdown, deep drawdown by now when I entered gold. Okay, I would have been in deep drawdown. But because of the fundamentals, what happened? You see, you see what is happening because of this news. You see what is happening on gold now. So you need to what have it at the back of your, as you are trading, you need to also what keep the fundamentals in check, especially if you are trading a dollar this thing, a dollar related pair. Okay, you need to be very very careful. Okay, so let's move to the USD CHF on the currency pairs on top of my watch list before we move forward. Okay, so that's it. So on USD CHF on the monthly time frame, let's do our top down analysis on the monthly time frame. So if you are enjoying the stream, kindly type in 1 in the chat box. If you are enjoying the stream, kindly type in 1. And if you just joined the stream, I'm very sorry you took a sell and you were not around. If you were late to the stream, you took a sell on gold. Sorry if you didn't take advantage of, if you just joined the stream. So next time you need to come early. So this is the monthly time frame. Trading is hard. Don't be deceived or don't be lied to. Trading is kind of hard. Making money from this market making money from this market is very hard. You need to be very very skillful. Okay, you need to be very skillful to make money from the market. So the monthly time frame, these are the various rejectional levels on USD CHF. Okay, so looking at the trend, so mostly on the monthly time frame, I don't even check the trend. What I do most at times is to identify the key levels, the area of interest. Okay, levels that I know price can just get rejected over there. That's what I do most at times. That's what I do most of the times. I need to get a trade on currency pairs today because I'm seeing opportunities. So when it comes to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, let's look left. So in case I'm planning of doing another bootcamp, so in case maybe you are not getting how I draw my levels, my thought process on everything when it comes to taking a trade, I'm coming to do another bootcamp again, so maybe you can take advantage of that to understand my thought process, and my analysis is on point, very precise. My analysis are on point, precise. So on the weekly time frame, so these are the various rejectional levels. Okay, these are various rejectional levels. So let's look left. So if price is coming down, okay, if price is coming down, what you're expecting is what price is going to what you have to look left and see if there was any rejectional level over here, because price is going to respect those levels. But if you look left, you notice that the only rejectional level is at this point, okay, and at this point as well. So these are the various levels. So this is not important. So these are the various levels I'm expecting price to get rejected on. Okay, so I'm expecting the weekly time frame to make a deep pullback to the next reactional level. So this is the next reactional level. So anytime price will get here, the chances that price will it will either bounce off, reverse over here is very high. So looking at the daily time frame, we're having this support over here at the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, let's look at the directional bias. So with a directional bias, with a directional bias, so the daily time frame, what's the daily time frame? Is what? An uptrend. So that's where you are going to determine the trend. So the daily time frame is an uptrend. You can see price was at a certain point making lower lows over here. Okay, and it broke out as price broke out over here, and what, it just pulled back over here. Okay, it just pulled back over here. So let's move to the H4 time frame. So with the H4 time frame, these are the various rejectional levels at the H4 time frame. So when during the Asian session, I was expecting price to create a support over here. Okay, I was expecting price to create a support over here. Then we would take the continuation of the trend. I was having strong hope that during the lending session, you will get a trade on USD CHF. So I was even awake during the Asian session. We're having a strong hope that this is going to give us an opportunity. But you see, as it is US related pair, what happened when we wake up during the lending session? That man just tweeted something, and it just turned things upside down. It just made the dollar becoming weak. So USD is as in kind of dominating. So maybe what can happen is what the dollar, the US, this price can just bounce back over here. This is what I'm expecting because of the news. Maybe during the New York session things might change, but I just want a support to be created. Okay, but as to when the support is going to be created, but I'm very sure if it doesn't happen even today, by all means, price is not going to, I'm not sure price is going to just, it can break it. Okay, because when it comes to the market, anything can happen. But I'm having strong belief that this one price can just bounce off from this level. If you don't get the support to be created in the middle of this range, then price can just bounce off from this level. Okay, price can bounce from this level, then it will continue up. This is what something I'm expecting it to happen. Okay, this is something I'm expecting it to happen. Either price will bounce off from this level, it will either create a support. Okay, it will either create a support around this level, then we take the continuation, because you're having a clean zone. How many pip range? We're having like, wow, crazy, 96 pip range. We're having like 90, close to 100 pip range. Okay, so either price will just create a support over here, then we take the continuation. So I keep watching the fundamentals. Sometimes, even though these fundamentals are kind of lagging, okay, these ones are kind of lagging, but it helps you if it becomes late, like, or if it comes in late, like maybe 5 minutes, 2 minutes, it helps you, it guides you on if you are taking a US related pair. Okay, the fundamental guides you. If you know how to interpret it, it guides you in case maybe you are taking a position. You see how today the fundamentals help me to what? Escape. I would have been in drawdown by now. You get it? I would have been in drawdown. If suppose maybe I was still holding the trade, I would have been in deep drawdown by now. By the fundamentals, this one helped me to what? Break even. When I took the sell, I broke even very fast. Okay, I took the sell over here before you people. I broke even fast. Okay, you see, I would have been in drawdown deep and close to my stop loss. So it's very important. Don't, especially beginners, for instance, they mostly focus on the technical side. They don't check the fundamentals. Fundamentals are very important. You have to understand that what drives this price is fundamentals. Price is being driven by what? Fundamentals drive price over here when it comes to what? The financial market. So you need to understand what is going on in the global economy. Okay, you need to understand what is happening in the world as well. Even though, as I said earlier, this one might be a lagging indicator, but it guides you. Okay, especially if you are taking a position, if you are in a trade, it helps you to protect your capital or protect yourself. So understand. Okay, So if this news continue, then gold might this structure level might be invalidated and gold will continue moving up. If that is the case, okay, if that is the case. So when it comes to USD I'm just waiting for a support to be created. I don't know where it's going to be created. Either this one can just make a wick. We're having like 1 hour 56 minutes, so you're having more time. So either this one can just make a wick, then price will continue up. But I still have keeping an eye. And the other pair too is so Charlie, Trump. To be frank, Trump has made the trading the market becoming very difficult. Last year wasn't like this. So when we started the year, when we were about to start the year, I was having strong hope that this year is going to be a very good year. But to be frank with you, Trump is making the market, even it doesn't trend when it comes to the currency market. It doesn't trend. Those times, like, you can be getting one move, you can be getting a lot of what price will be moving in your direction very long time. But now price doesn't move, like, it just it doesn't move long, and it will start retracing. It starts retracing. Trump has made trading the financial market very difficult, especially the currency market. It has made it doesn't even trend. Price will be ranging for a very long time. It doesn't even trend. Especially it has become very difficult for us who concentrate on the high time frame. Getting positions has become very difficult. And even if you get a position, trying to swing it, price. So last week, for instance, GBP card, you see, I entered a trade over here on GBP card, and you see where price just stopped me out and price got to my target. You get it. And even Euro NZD, if Brenny is here, Brenny entered Euro NZD on Tuesday, and price just stopped. Price just came to break even, and later what? Price just came back to break even, and later what? Move back to the entry. So trading the market these days has really, really, really become very difficult. I don't know if it is only at my side. I don't know of the rest too as well. So that's why I'm super patient when it comes to executing trade execution, because if you just jump into a trade aggressively, like, you'll be hot. You'll be hot. So you just have to be like, know your rules and go by your rules. Okay, every trader is having a rule. So if you're a trader and you don't have rules, then you are just doing yourself a harm. So if you're a trader, you need to have a rule. So the other pair that I'm having a close look at, okay, the other pair that I'm having a close look, I'm having a as in tackle with. Okay, it's also GBP card. Sorry, GBP JPY. So what am I expecting on GBP JPY? So with GBP JPY, I've already identified my various levels. Okay. So with GBP JPY, the daily time frame, let's move to the monthly time frame, identify the various levels. So with the monthly time frame, it looks like we're having this level over here. I'm having this level over here. Oof. I'm having this levels over here. At the monthly time frame, we're having another level over here. We're having another level over here. Okay, so moving to the weekly time frame. So with the weekly time frame, if you are drawing your levels, you need to always make sure your levels are what? You need to make sure your levels are, you turn it to what? The skeletal frame, so that you get the levels exactly. Okay, change it to a line chart is very important. That's what the line chart will help you to do. So moving to the weekly time frame. So with the weekly time frame, there's no rejectional level over here. Okay, there's no rejectional level over here. You see, this candle has closed above this one, so this point has become invalid. So let's move to the daily time frame. Yeah, so price is making a deep pullback. What's happening? What's happening to the market? Trump. This thing has reminded me of the video I sent in my mentorship group yesterday. The guy blew someone's account 10K and he's saying Trump did it. Trump is suffering from account blowing sounds. The guy said Trump blew the account. So this is daily time frame level. Trump blew the account. Trump blew the account. So you're having this level 2 over here. I don't know what's happening. Like this deep pullback, I wasn't expecting this level. I was even thinking this level is going to hold. So the daily time frame is giving as in trend continuation pattern. Okay, trend continuation pattern. So I'm expecting this zone to get filled. Looking at the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame price has broken. So you see the body of the candle has broken below the zone. So it tells you price is going to continue down. Okay, it tells you price will continue. Price is still moving down. But what I'm expecting, I'm not going to take the counter trend. Okay, I have to follow the trend. I don't trade on level, as in I don't take trade based on the since price has broken the level, so I'm going to trade. Some people might be doing it, taking a sell, that's fine. Maybe they've studied it and they've seen it's working. But for me, what works for me is to follow the trend. That's what I've studied it for long. So what I'm expecting it to happen is what I'm waiting for price to flip. If it flips, then I'll take a buy. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. Then I'll take a buy. Okay. For today, I will be going for a buy, not a sell. So let's see if this one creates a support over here, something like this. Okay, it can happen. It can do something like this. If it does something like this and creates a support over here, then I'll take the continuation of the trend. Okay, then I'll look for a buy, then take a sell, hoping this level is going to hold. Okay, hoping this level is going to hold. So that is what I'll be waiting for. Okay, on GBP USD, but on GBP JPY, but it can just move down. That's fine, but that's not my trade. So this is my trade. Okay, I'm waiting for price to create the body of the candle should close above this zone. If it's close above this zone, then I'll go in for a buy. That's what I'm looking up to. Okay, so the next trade was GBP card. Okay, so everything has just turned around. Everything, all the hopes that I was having this morning that I would get a trade, everything just turned around. Trump changed everything. So I was even hoping price is just going to create a support, a resistance over here, then I would take a buy. That was something that I was expecting it to happen. Okay, that was something I was expecting it to happen. But since the candle hasn't closed, we are still hoping. Okay, we are still hoping maybe something positive will come out. We are still hoping. So I'm still hoping price will just break above this one, because if you look at the daily time frame, the daily trend is what? An uptrend. Okay, there was a change in trend over here. So this one made it an uptrend. So the trend turned a shift in trend. There was a shift in trend over here. There was a shift in trend over here. Okay, there was a shift in trend over here. So this candle shifted the trend. Price made a pullback, and the trend is continuing. But the H4 time frame, when it comes to the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame is also an uptrend. If you change it to a line chart, you will notice that this is where the trend shifted. Okay, there was a trend shift over here. So when the trend shifted over here, the price just made the pullback. So I was expecting the trend to continue down, but since this candle hasn't closed, so it hasn't, the trend hasn't been invalidated yet. You get it? So it's still in the middle of the range. It's still in the middle of a range. So what I'm expecting is what? If it breaks out, if the body of the candle breaks out like this, okay, if you get something like this, if the body of the candle breaks out like this, that is when I'll be looking for. That is when I'll be looking for a buy. Okay, if the candle breaks above this one, that is when I'll be looking for a buy. So it's still in the middle of the range. So I'm not. So this area is what you call no trade zone. Okay, this area is no trade zone because the reason is what? The zone is choked. If you take a buy over here, let's say price has created a support over here, you take a buy over here, the next is going to be a zone. There was a zone over here. Anytime price will get to a zone, we are going to experience what? We are going to experience either breakout or what? A reversal. So what's the chances that price is not going to reverse and it's not going to come against you? So that's why I classify this zone as a no trade zone. So no trade zone over here for me because the zone is choked. No trade zone. No trade zone. Okay. So I'm not going to be taking any trade over here because the zone is what choked for me according to my system. So I'm not interested in taking a trade over here. Yeah. So that's it. So that's it for GBP JPY. But on top of my watch list is USD CHF, waiting for price to bounce back over here and look for a buy. GBP JPY. So as I indicated, you see exactly what I was expecting this market to be doing. It is doing exactly. A moment. So maybe I'll be looking for a buy on GBP JPY after the H4 candle last close. I'll be looking for a buy to take a trade on GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, yeah. So GBP CAD2, as I'm saying, if it breaks above this one, I'll be looking for what? A buy to take. So on the top three pairs that I'm watching is USD CHF, GBP JPY. I was thinking it's going to align during the lending session, then we take it on the stream, but fortunately we got gold. Okay, we got trade on gold and we took it, so that's fine. We got a trade on gold and we took it. So now I'm waiting for GBP JPY and GBP USD CHF. Okay, for USD CHF for a buy, GBP JPY for a buy, but I have to see my entry confirmation. Price needs to give me a confirmation before I will take it. Okay, price needs to give me confirmation before I will take it. So what's the and the other one too is this one has already happened. I was thinking this candle is going to buy where it has closed. I'm not interested on AUD JPY. And the other one is what? Okay, USD CAD2 also makes sense. Okay, USD CAD also makes sense. So it's currently it has made a deep pullback. Currently, it has made a deep pullback over here. The price has made a deep pullback. Yeah, so I want to take the continuation of the trend. I want to take the continuation of the trend. So at this point, what I'm also going to be waiting, those who took the reversal are in profit now. So what I'm going to be waiting for as price has pulled back, because the daily time frame is what? An uptrend. H4 is what? Also an uptrend. So at this point, I'm just waiting for a support to be created. Like what happened yesterday on AUD card is similar thing as this one. So you see AUD card made a pullback over here and price continue. So a similar thing I'm expecting on USD card too as well. Okay, as it has made a pullback, I'm waiting for a support to be created. Then I'll take advantage of this zone. So what's the pip range? The pip range is like 26 pips. So I'm hoping to get, but the entry when support creating is going to be very hard because you are going to be having unemployment claims. So let's see. let's see what's going to happen. So if a support created, if you get a support being created, then I'll take a buy. Okay, I want to see a support to be created, then I'll go in for a buy. Then I'll go in for a buy on USD card. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. So let's see. It's currently testing on this one. I don't take, like, as in the moment price tap my level, then I take it. I don't go by it. I'm kind of very conservative when it comes to my entry. So I'm waiting for something to be created, a support to be created, and I'll go in for a buy. Okay. Yeah. So AUD card. Yesterday we missed. I don't say. Yesterday I didn't get entry on this sell, even though I projected it, but I didn't get entry on this sell. So what I'm expecting it to happen, yeah. So we have this zone over here, but currently what price is doing, we have this zone over here, like 25 pips over here. But this is not on top of my watch list. This is not something that's on top of my watch list. Is USD CHF and GBP JPY, GBP card. Those are the pairs that's I'm looking forward to going. Okay, I'm looking forward to going. So let's see. So GBP AUD to GBP AUD is kind of also clean. So let's see if this one close. If this one close, then it will create this support over here. It will create this resistance over here, but the stop loss is going to be very heavy because the daily time frame is a downtrend. So let's see how it goes. So the Nasdaq keeps on falling. GBP USD. The reason why the Nasdaq is falling is because of their fundamentals. Because of the fundamentals. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so on top, these are the trades that you are going to be taking. USD CHF and GBP JPY. Wow, GBP JPY has even started making the moves. GBP JPY has started because this zone, when price started breaking this zone, I was kind of surprised because this is a very strong zone that it see. We're having multiple daily rejectional levels over here, and the daily time frame, is it a daily time frame? Okay, we're having daily rejectional level 2 over here, so it's kind of so let me see the range over here. The range is like 48 pips. The range is like 48 pips. Because the daily has created this resistance over here, so this makes this trade very dicey. The daily has created this resistance, but let's see how this current H4 is going to close. So we have USD card as well, GBP card too as well. So let's see how it goes. By the end of the day, maybe one of them will give us an opportunity. So if you got value from this, kindly type in 1. If you had value, kindly type in 1 in the chat box. Ooh. So I don't sleep because of you people. I'm just, those in my signal group, I'm just always on my grind, finding opportunities, looking for opportunities. I watch the chat like so if you found value, kindly type in 1 in the chat box. If you found value in the breakdown, kindly type in 1 in the chat box. If you have not subscribed to the channel, to kindly do well to subscribe to the channel as well. Yeah, so USDCHF, I'm hoping the moment this one creates the support, giving me support, I'll just it's supporting my entry. I'll just look for a buy opportunity. But GBP JPY is kind of making me, because of I just realized that this is the daily zone. I just realized that this is the daily zone. So I still keep on. So I don't want to enter a trade where the range is very small. There's range, because if the range becomes very small, then you kind of managing the trade becomes very difficult. So gold, the setup is still valid on gold. The setup is still valid on gold. Yeah. So that's it. That's what I'm expecting to be. USD card, I'm hoping for a buy. USD CHF, I'm hoping for a support to be created, and I'll go in for a buy. GBP JPY, yeah, also a buy, and GBP card also for a buy. But I'm looking forward for a strong confirmation before. GBP, this one, there's GBP, this thing AUD. The zone is not that big. Yeah, it is negative risk to reward. Zone is not that big. It's negative risk to reward. But I'll be this. These are the three pairs that I'm looking for: USD CHF, USD card. So those are the three pairs that I'm looking forward to be executing. Those are the three pairs. So let's see how it goes. After the 9 o'clock candle has closed, you will look for an opportunity. So if you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat box. Let me answer your questions before you leave. Let me answer your questions. Kindly drop it your questions in the chat box. So when it comes, you need to trading, you need to, if you are trading by yourself, you need to be very, very skillful. You need to be very skillful. Okay, you need to hone yourself with a lot of information. You need to spend a lot of time on the chart if you are starting out. Okay, you need to spend a lot, and up to now I spend a lot of time, because trading is very, 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 getting the skill is not easy. So if you have not joined the Telegram channel, kindly check the stream description. You will see the Telegram link. You join the Telegram link, okay, because I do drop chat information, I do drop chat analysis over there, trade ideas that most of the times it plays out, so you can be using it for your odds to make decisions too as well. So if you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat box before you leave. If you have any question, you drop it in the chat box before we leave. So let's see if GBP JPY close above this one, then the chances that price will continue moving up is very high. So with then maybe you will look for an opportunity to take a buy. But for now, we just have to stay. You just have to stay low. If price breaks above, we have like 1 hour 32 minutes for this candle to close. So mostly my confirmation comes from the H4. So if this H4 close above, then it tells you it's a strong confirmation. Okay, then it's a strong confirmation. Yeah, so we have to have mostly more interested in USD CHF. USD CAD2 is also making sense. So we are not forcing things to happen. If it plays out, gives us opportunity before you go in for. Okay, no force trades over here. Yeah, no force trade. So we took only gold on the stream. So when we started the stream, we took gold. So these news are lagging. This news I've gotten it from my Twitter feed from financial. What's the name of the handle? Financial Times. I've gotten this news from Financial Times very long time. Tariffs will harm us or European officials warn. But okay, so it came in 30 minutes. Okay. So you need to be on guide to with your fundamentals. If you are trading any US related pair, you need to be guard on your fundamentals. Any question? Kindly drop your questions in the chat box. Any question? Any question? Okay, so if there's no question, thank you all for joining the stream, and I hope this morning we got value. We took trades together. Okay, we took a sell on gold this morning. We took it over here, had like 20 pips of sorry, we had like price move like 70 pips and started move bouncing back. So if you join the stream, I think if you were late to the stream too, you can go back and watch why I took the sell. Okay, so it was taken on the stream, so you can go back and rewatch the stream again. Thank you all. See you all same time on Monday. So stream is going to be on 2 days within a week, Mondays and Thursdays. Okay, so thank you all for coming. See you all same time Monday. Trade safe. Okay, be careful. Trade safe. All right, bye bye to you all.